Hello, good morning. You are watching QTV this morning. I am Ibrahim Suribalde, the VJ. We are back again on another edition of QTV this morning. Wherever you're watching us from, we are broadcasting from our studios on Kairaba Avenue, West Africa, the Gambia. And I don't know whether it's number 24 or 28, 25th. I have to forget about the number. I don't know our street number. What the street number? Leave my affair. I don't even know our street number.
Mr. Mood might be of help.
Why at least 3 times? I'm not Kairaba Avenue.
Yes.
So many places. I'm in Tursa. Where I'm number.
Well, at least Kairaba Avenue. Number 54 Kairaba Avenue. Number 2.
I'm in Tursa.
Should I give you my Angleterre address? Doveridge, Pondel Lane,
why would I be
Sandhurst, Cranbrook. My number is Kent. My number is Kent. TN 185NR. Don't much more know the Angleterre.
Your postcode.
Hey, I'm on a time.
No.
I'm on a time. But you know Doveridge. You know Doveridge, Pondel Lane.
Bale, please.
Sandhurst, Cranbrook. Danko answer bul inyan. Man Angleterre la joge. Bul inyan, Mr. Mbooj. Yes, so Julde Njai, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Ibrahim. Good morning, Mr. Mbooj.
Good morning.
I must say that you started off with a very, lovely conversation. And then lift our mood. So thank you, Balde, for that. So good morning to our viewers. It's good to be back. This morning, we are live on the Kairaba Avenue, not Bijelo,
OIC. We are back. Why coffee be for
It's not coffee, you know?
Coffee for no, this is not Lido. No, be do Lido.
It can't be Lido.
This is not Lido. It's not Lidoing, you know. So, Mr. Mbooj, what's up? How's your morning?
Fine. I woke up on the right side of the bed, I suppose. Feeling quite bubbly, in the mood.
You are in the
sometimes mood. Sometimes you just in the mood.
In the mood.
Yeah.
In the mood to do what?
Whatever.
You have to clarify the mood.
It has
because
to
when
be
in the mood, you are generalizing it. So you have to swing heli better direction. You don't have to understand.
Balde Pabirena.
I want to clarify things either. In the mood to come to work.
In the mood for whatever. That's it. In the mood to work. In the mood to do all sorts of things. You know what I mean? Feeling vibrant.
Exactly. Well, the production and the whole, the whole team did a wonderful job at the OIC over the weekend. And, we started our production at least a week before the OIC. So a lot of things happened, and I am pretty sure Gambians are happy because I've received a lot of feedback from different people. As far as Basse Koina, most people who were not fortunate enough to watch TV, they were glued on the radio, listening to radio over Q radio. So I think it's a nice job, and people were able to pinpoint Julde, Mr. Mbooj. They were like, I've listened to you were there with Julde, Mr. Mbooj, and Aliu. So I think it was a good one, Mr. Mbooj.
Yes, and a lot of work went into that. Usually when you see a production that is good, then you know that a lot of work goes into that. It's the preparation that really makes it work on the day, really. So yes, congratulate everybody. Long hours, 3-4 days. It was extraordinary. But still, the excitement of it all fueled us, got us going, as it were. There was a certain excitement for some of us anyway. Once in a lifetime event. I am unlikely ever to really witness an event of such magnitude. So I really soaked up, absorbed all that I could. So it seemed momentous to me. I'm not sure about how others would say it, but I savored every moment of it.
Well, Julde, it's good to be part of those who made history.
Trust me, Balde. for me, I felt that sense of euphoria in me because, like I mentioned on the platform, it was the first time actually taking part in such a big event. During the AU summit, I was very young. ECOWAS, I don't know where I was. So really, it was really a mixed feeling for me for the fact that it's the first time I'm attending such a very important event, and I was part of history. And you know, seeing all these important dignitaries coming, all the people from all walks of life, was really intriguing for me. Really, I must say it was an exciting and a fulfilling one. As far as the coverage was concerned, and it was a teamwork. We worked closely, you know, with my colleagues, and everybody was involved. So that sense of pride, that sense of patriotism, you could see it in the eyes and faces of everyone that was there, and you know, everyone was eager to give it their best, and I think, you know, that was really exceptional, Balde.
Well, it's true. I mean, everybody have put in some effort. I mean, to make it work, starting from the camera department, you know, the production department, you know, headed by Francis, you know, the camera crew, Aliou Jallo, and you know, the technical crew as well, you know, and
Cool.
I love the fact that everybody, I mean, did the job with open heart, you understand, which also matters. When you see the way people handle their cameras, you will know they love what they are doing, you know, so that keeps it going. It involves a lot of, you know, things to put together so that you have a successful event like that. Very significant.
Very, very. And I'm sure later on we might have the technical guys to talk to us about the entire production. And you'll be surprised some of the things that transpired during the production period. It takes a lot to have a successful production like that, of that sort. And I must say, we played a very important role, because along the line, you could see like other media houses catching up,
exactly,
you know, following the trend.
Exactly.
And for me, that was really it. You know, setting the standard, setting the bar so high that, you know, other people have to follow. It was really it for me.
Well, it's not a matter of competition.
No, it's
when
not.
it comes to national matters. I mean, you know, this is the first time I've seen media houses all coming together and, you know, converging, you know, to make sure the thing that they are putting out there is of quality, and the goal is to make sure we tell everybody Gambia is ready to host the OIC. We've seen media houses like Star TV, you know, they did very well. We've seen Paradise, you know, RTS, iAfrica, GRTS, they were all there. The Fatu Network, they were all there. I mean, and they did a wonderful job, and everybody is really commending their job.
Absolutely, a national event. What we do is really chain work. Each link must do what it needs to do, so it's necessarily collaborative. The competition perhaps comes in here with yourself. That's when you really raise the bar. It's like a high jump, you know what I'm saying? you raise the bar. So that competition within yourself, I think it's very healthy. It makes you raise your game. That is good. But the collaborative element, I mean, what is it that we can do today in the world, if I can put it that way, without collaboration? Nothing. That was why at the OIC conference we were constantly, or the delegates, our president, constantly banging on about solidarity, dialogue, mediation. You know, these were the words that were sort of swirling about then. So really, there's really nothing that anybody can achieve without that. Even as a leader, depends on my team, advisors, aides. So one must sort of cultivate that collegiate mindset to be able to work in a team and constantly try to raise your game.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yes, at this point, we will take a short break. After the break, then we will delve into, I mean, the stories making headlines. But be reminded, this program is sponsored by Lido Olinda Tea Cow Milk. If you've never tasted this before, I mean, it's an opportunity for you to visit any swap supermarket, mini market in this country. Once you try the Lido tea, the Olinda tea, Lido coffee, and the cow milk, you will definitely love it, and you'll keep trying it. It's called Mos Dolly in our local language. Mos Dolly, Mos Mosat, you know. So keep trying it. Another time in school, don't they dig a Mos Dolly?
Oh, please, Nyana, Banyo Mos Dolly in Banjul. But you were not born.
No, Mos Dolly, lolu suñ generation la. Time in school, am na jigen bu de jay ice suñ school.
What's wrong with
Ice
this
bi da nga diga Mos Dolly, you know?
Yeah, you're young jot after. Xam nga.
Mune after la si jot. Yes, so at this point, we'll take a short break. After the break, program continues. We'll be right back.
Technology has always been at the forefront of our lives, and the way we use it has evolved drastically over the years. With the advent of 5G internet, we are entering a new era of technological innovation that promises to transform the way we live, work, and play. 5G internet is capable of providing data speeds up to 100 times faster than 4G, making it the ideal solution for streaming high-quality videos, playing online games, and downloading large files on the go. 5G internet is already transforming cities across the globe, powering smart cities, self-driving cars, and virtual reality experiences that were once thought impossible. 5G internet is also paving the way for Internet of Things, allowing for seamless connectivity between devices and the creation of a truly connected world. For the first time in the Gambia, QCell is bringing tomorrow's technology to you today with the launch of QCell 5G internet. Get ready to experience the out-of-this-world wonders of QCell's 5G internet. For more information, call 111. QCell. We innovate, others follow.
The future is now with QCell's 5G network. Experience speeds like never before with our new 5G Rocket Fixed Internet plan. Get speeds from 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps. Your 5G-enabled device. Walk into QCell headquarters to get one of our 5G routers and experience the true feeling of 5G. Only with QCell. QCell brings you the future. Tech, innovation, incredible speed. The future is now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
QCell moy suñu boss. QCell moy suñu boss. QCell moy suñu boss. Soro. Go, ebe dawa full network suda tili QCell. Ni lafta diamla wati jamala mune diata QCell. Most reliable network dumala geta wati QCell. Wo quality man nyon soda jam pona manke QCell. Hanibe wulo ni farole kono walante be bako na jala fayola network ko se taria QCell sunyu boss. Nyo finjeka indi 3G ñu delu taxi 4G plus and now we bring you 5G. 5G. First and only 5G provider. Itella follow adi doron nesa keno. Gambia bela nyon tawa fele QCell. Ko fason tawa buka busi QCell. Itella moldi milka kukutol nati Gambia. QCell made a lori la kilianol yele imanyina amanda wala itella ka quality dila dadi ma itelle silo wala wodol mume be keno ma. QCell sunibus. QCell sunibus. QCell sunibus. QCell sunibus. One next solo be bambandi QCell sunibus. QCell most innovative QCell sunibus.
You are watching QTV this morning. I am Ibrahim Suri Balde. And of course, now let's get into the program. I mean, let's talk about the OIC. I mean, now President Adama Barrow, the Gambian president, is now the chair of the OIC. It's important for us to talk about this. And you know, some of the things discussed as well, which is the Gaza Strip, also they've mentioned it, and how to improve lives of member countries as well. I mean, all those things were discussed at the OIC. So, Mr. Mboj, throughout the whole discussion, what stands out for you?
What stood out? Did it really stand out as such? We were expecting that because obviously the conflict right now escalating to such a level that what nearly we're going towards 40,000 dead. That's really the emergency of our time, really. So they're adding their voice to those calling for an immediate ceasefire, and of course the conference, the peace conference, to form really a two-state solution. That was an important bit. And to me as well, the other important bit you could find really in the theme, enhancing unity and solidarity through dialogue and sustainable development. I love that bit about sustainable development. It appears as if with our tenure, with our 3-year chairmanship, you know, the Banjul Summit, it's emphasizing a bit more on a kind of developmental agenda, because I've seen that in one of the things that they want to achieve is to see more investments in SMEs that we were specifically mentioned. And I'm really very glad about that. I think that it's high time we focus more with these international organizations, the bodies. Perhaps we focus more on the developmental aspects. And here, the relationship, I think, must start to change a bit. The sort of patron-client relationship that we've had with the outside world, perhaps we need to change that and then try to have a more equitable relationship for proper, serious developmental purposes, industries and all the rest of it. Yes, it's a difficult one because we are moving away from one kind of technology. Now we're all talking about the green recovery, national plan, and green revolution. People want the green revolution, but I'm not sure whether we can lead that. There's not the money, we don't quite do the research. And then now you get to know that they wouldn't help us when it comes to sort of fossil fuels and, you know what I mean, the sort of technology that we're trying to move away from. So it's really a very difficult point, crossroads we are at. I'm not sure how we can navigate our way through.
Well, you know, the issue of greenhouse gases, I mean, this conversation, it's a very complex one. We've seen a lot of summits being held specifically just to see how to mitigate the effects of greenhouse gases, I mean, depleting of the ozone layer. I mean, but at some point, I think there should be willingness and commitment. We've seen the COPs, we've seen COP 26, 27. I think now we are going to COP 28 or 29. I mean, but still, the damage is always growing. So I think there should also be a commitment. African countries should do their path. The West should do their path as well. But I think the West need to release that financial muscle to Africa, because that's all we need so that we can mitigate certain effects.
That is precisely where the problem is. Climate financing. Oh, they have pledged, but to pledge is one thing, to give actually the money, that's a different one. This is how I see things. I think that there's a problem in the West really right now. Issue of immigration, and I think there's a right-wing resurgence. Their engagement with the world, how would it be? You see, the problem with democracies, they tend to follow their people all the time. So how much they will contribute, how much money they will put in here will depend on domestic politics. Domestic politics determines so much. So how much would they be willing to do certain things? You remember in Britain, for instance, there was a special Department of International Development, then it was absorbed into something else. The aid money dropped. They're telling you about all kinds of economic reasons why those things are happening. So when you rely on that, that is precarious. With democracies like that, that is so precarious. So that is the issue. Now the relationship must change in many ways. This is going to be difficult. We are not going to get the financing from the West, it appears. But how do we adapt? We are suffering more than when I take Africa, really, and when you look at all the statistics, we are more vulnerable.
When we are contributing very little.
We are contributing very little. So we are more vulnerable to all sorts of things. This is where you wish that we could really come together. I think whatever we need to do as a big unit, continental unit, if we can work on this, perhaps one can make certain differences, even with us. How can we make ourselves within more resilient? So all the important questions are out there. It seems we're exploring solutions. Nobody really knows what we can do, or even when you do, you don't have the money to do it. And most things you do now, you have to spend. So it's a very critical situation we are at. And when you look at the climate science, they are also sort of sounding the alarm that we are heading towards a very critical thing.
Look at the heat in the country. 45 degrees Celsius, 46, which is quite high. This goes to show that climate change is real, and it needs concerted effort from everyone to be able to tackle it.
Although we have people who don't still believe, I mean, there can be an effect of actions, created by man, deforestation, other activities that can really destroy our natural environment. So I think many people still doesn't believe in those things.
Wow, you're always going to have that. You are always going to have a certain number that wouldn't believe in this or believe in that. You're bound to have contrarians. The idea that you can have everybody to agree on whatever, you're not going to have that. But well, I think it is important, we treat these fringe ideas, give them what they deserve, mainstream thinking on the balance of probability. I don't need to be a scientist, really. One need only to read the literature and say, okay, I'm a citizen, reasonably educated, on the balance of probability. I think the argument is with the science. Really, you know what I mean? We already saying that around the world. We're seeing all kinds of extreme weather. Go to East Africa right now, the Horn of Africa. Have you been following the news? The heavy rains, the floods. Do you know how many people have died? They're telling you about droughts. That's it. These are the worst floods in 60 years. You begin to hear stuff like that. And all these circumstantial pieces of evidence, you put them together, it is a persuasive case. It's just as simple as that.
Let's take a look at a story which is very important to the Gambia. Medicine Control Agency signed MOU to test medicines from China before shipment. I mean, we still did not forget the AKI. I mean, we lost over 60 children in the Gambia to AKI. The reason being carelessness of some of the authorities, because I mean those contingency plans should have been put into place before any other thing. Before you disburse any medicine in this country, you need to put certain testing plans to make sure these medicines are, good and sound, so that people can start consuming them. And the saddest part about the AKI, I mean, maybe if at all it was the elderly, I would have at least understand. But this has to do with children, kids that didn't even know they have a future. I mean, the kids didn't even understand what killed them. So Me, that's the part for me.
Death is a death. It's a tragedy, be it kids or old people. And here we're not talking about contingency plans. We're talking about a regulatory mechanism that monitors, that filters how things come here. So there was a failure. But whenever you have such failures, it's just a failure of human beings in the end, really. But let's be honest with ourselves, in so many different areas, you see a good number of sort of organizational failures in many ways. This is what we want to reform. So here they've made a mistake. Or you call it careless. At any rate, we allowed medicine to come here that shouldn't have come here, and it killed people. That's the fact.
Yeah.
So now how do we avoid that, the recurrence of that? We've been informed that they've come up with new ideas. There's an Indian company that would be testing certain things for us before all these things come over here. Even though some of us thought, wow, that's an interesting one. It was an Indian company that gave us the toxic medicine. Now it's another Indian company that would be monitoring that. So this is it. Otherwise, when you look at the world around you, you need to protect yourself. It's much closer now. You'll have all sorts of people trying to pull all kinds of deals. You know what I mean? We know these things happen. So we need to have the regulatory body to really protect ourselves, really. So it really goes without saying. It's just a failure of what happened recently, and the deaths that followed from that failure that making us state the obvious. Here we're really stating the obvious. So sort of one stutters, one begins to wonder. It is just so obvious what we ought to do. Why is it that we can't do what we ought to do?
Yeah,
Sometimes.
I think now the question is, where does this really, this new partnership, where does this take us as a country, as a people, as far as our regulatory authority is concerned, as far as, you know, our health is concerned? We know that, of course, India, they are the world pharmacy. We know that that is like quite obvious for everyone. And now China, we have lots of bilateral relations with them over the years. And now if they want to strengthen it in the areas of medicine, I think this is a laudable initiative. And I just hope that it goes well, not just on paper, but also in practice as well. Because this really means a lot. Like you mentioned earlier on, over 70 children died of this AKI incident, and we don't want any such case, you know, to really happen, or the incident to repeat itself. So it's important really for everyone to work together. It's a concerted effort. I believe that. I believe that the Medicine Control Agency have a role to play. The Ministry of Health have a role to play. Gambians have a role to play. Everyone have a role to play as far as, you know, our health is concerned, as far as development is concerned. It's not just one-sided initiative. It requires everyone, all hands to be on deck, really, to actually tackle this. But it's commendable now that they are coming up with solutions, and we just hope that it is sustainable, and, you know, things of that nature won't happen in the country again.
And you missed another bit. India has a role to play.
Yes.
The state monitors. You see, you do not allow these, if I can call them, mercenary companies taking advantage of smaller countries like Africa, come over here, bribe everybody, get your things through, or stuff like that. So the state itself, and the state also needs to protect its industry. Because once they start building up these examples, you know, bad examples as it were, that will really undermine the whole industry. And one suspects that the pressure, because afterwards, at first, of course, they denied that the company did anything wrong and that sort of thing. But afterwards, they took certain measures against the company and introduced new policies. So I think it is also in their interest to make sure that really medicine leaving their borders really are up to standard. Really, they're standard. But it appears as if the stuff for export, they're not too worried about that. You know, yes. So that was my sense of the whole thing.
Yeah,
Hopefully
so
that will change. So everybody has a role to play. You know, it's an interdependence. This is what we're talking about.
Responsibility.
It's an interdependence.
Yeah, so at this point, Mr. Mboch, we will take a leave of you. We know you are very busy. You need to go compile the news as well. You have the African news today?
And I don't want it to be late.
So you don't want it to be late? Release Mr. Mboch to go now. Yes, so thank you very much, Mr. Mboch, for staying with us, I mean, through the newspaper review. We appreciate your time. And we will do this perhaps tomorrow again. Yes. So on that note, we'll take a short break. After the break, we will talk to the QTV technical team. Most of the time, you see, we appear on TV. And when we walk in the streets, you call us. You pinpoint us. You think we are doing very good on TV. But the reason why you are seeing us, the reason why you're calling us, we have a lot of young people behind, although some of them are not young. Mr. Cole is not young. He's an old man. Yeah, so we have a lot of people doing the heavy job behind the scene. So I think it's important for us to show them. You've seen the production of the OIC. Everything went fine, and everybody's talking about it. So those are the people that really, I mean, contributed
to its success.
Yeah, so we'll take a short break. After the break, the program continues.
You asked for it, and QCell is giving it to you with our new and improved Sunyu Bundle Mega Promo. Now you can get more data at cheaper prices. Buy any of our bundle packages and enjoy massive discounts. Dial *303# and enjoy browsing on the network with the biggest coverage. Buy a 20 megabytes data bundle for as low as $7 and 50 bottles today, or purchase bigger bundles up to 20 gigabytes. Yes, that's right, 20 gigabytes of data at your fingertips. With our mega promo bundles, you can browse more, chat longer, and stay connected on the go, anytime, anywhere. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell. We innovate. Orders follow. Terms and conditions apply. Q Money is back again with an offer of a lifetime. You can now buy Sunyu Bundle data packages directly from your Q Money wallet for half the price. Get all Sunyu Bundle packages from 20 megabytes to 20 gigabytes and enjoy the biggest internet data discount in the market. Just dial *323# now. Choose option 4 and start buying your favorite Sunyu Bundle package half the price, only with Q Money. Pay less and stay connected with the most reliable internet service in the Gambia. For more information, call 133 Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
QCell, the fastest growing network in the Gambia, now presents to you the eSIM. QCell's eSIM allows you to electronically scan a code and join the world of digital SIM cards. Customers with physical SIMs can easily switch to the eSIM as well. So rush now and get connected with an eSIM and start using the latest mobile technology with your trusted GSM operator. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunubus. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Never before in the Gambia, QCell is giving you an unbeatable offer. Activate our 5G network on your 5G enabled phone and enjoy free internet for 7 days. Yes, you heard that right. Activate QCell's 5G on your phone and experience what true 5G internet feels like. Get your QCell SIM cards activated today at the foreign care centers: Banjul, Senegambia, Brikama, Bursubi Turntable, Bakau Airport, and Kairaba Avenue headquarters. Rush now and be part of the future with QCell's 5G. Free internet for 7 days only with QCell. For more information, call QCell Customer Care on 111. QCell Sunubus. We innovate. Orders follow. Terms and conditions apply.
This is QTV This Morning. I am Ibrahim Asuribalde. Now let's move to the other segment of the program. This is in-house. We will talk to the people responsible for our technical here QTV. We understand, most of our viewers commended the production at the OIC and other similar productions as well. And I have Mr. Kebakul. He is our head of technical QTV, and we have Bakari also, a senior technician, and he's also heading the technical department as well. These are people that are very pragmatic when it comes to making sure we have the proper technical backup. On that note, Mr. Cole, good morning. It's good to have you here.
Good morning. And morning to the listeners.
Yes, and it's a bit funny. I mean, my first time sharing a platform with Mr. Cole for almost 6 years now, Mr. Cole.
Well, that is work. That is the work. I mean, most of us are behind the scene. Nobody see us, nobody hear from us, but we are behind to push to make sure that things are okay. And both technically and every program, we always make sure that we do it properly so that our viewers out there will be entertained.
Thank you very much. Ñu dalal Bakary Sare. Mais Bakary, merci docteur.
Alhamdulillah.
Ñu ngi la dalal Bakary.
Thank you Balde.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Maa ngi nuyu ñëpp di sant ñëpp. Kontaan naa ci invitation bi.
Badou kii mooy
Thank you.
Mr.
Kii mooy-
light bi baaxul.
kii mooy Bakary. Kii mooy
Kii mooy
Bakary.
Bakary.
Moom dafa sawar,
Diga.
and he respects his job, honestly.
ay ndaanaan lañu.
Wow, definitely,
Diga.
definitely.
Dañ-
Bakary,
they did
he
a
is one
very
of the
good
people
job.
mi nga xam ne dafa respect job am bu baax. But let's start with Mr. Cole. Mr. Cole, dañ bëggoon rek nga wax ñu. Gis nañ OIC production bi. Rafet na lool ba pare, ku nekk mu ngi wax affaire yi production bi, caméra liggéey na, technicien si liggéey nañ, présenter yaa ngi fële. Loolu naka lañ ko manager bañ mun a am that type of a production?
Balde suma la liggéey bi planning la ak ay meeting yu bëree bëri balaa bés bi. I mean doo jóg rek nga dem nga ne da nga def liggéey bi mu dox. Technical work léegi sax tey mun ngaa fix sa bagage ëllëg nga dem taal ko mu bañ. So da nga am pour def series of meeting. ba pare ñun suñ fii dañ góom si meeting. Programme soo xewee jëlee ko si director bi ba programmes production technical camera department ñun ñëpp a di toog ñu mit ñu seet naka la ñu mun a defee lii pour suñ ñu ko seetaan mun a kontaan. def nañ yooyu lu bëri ba pare soo seetee ñun dem nañ OIC one week balaa programme bi di start. pour ñu mun a seet grand bi naka lañ mun a defee. liggéey bi nag dafa bëri bunta. ñun suñoo liggéey fu mu jaar ñu involve ñoo xam ne ñoo jàppale si plateforme bi dinaa gërëm technical team yi QCell dinaa gërëm Ahmad ak teamam dinaa gërëm Ana ak teamam ak ñoon Tidiane ak seen technicien yi ñoo jàppale because soo seetee ñun dañ need fibre pour ñu mun a def programme bi live te bàyyi emuñ si fibre bi rek because dañ dafa def fibre ba pare ñu war a def point to point boobu tamit pour mu nekk secondary option because bëgguñ benn dara fail so bii failee ñu dem si bii so loolu yëpp QCell technical team yi ñoo ñu jàppale because ñoom ñoo nekk si bunta boobu noonu mun na faciliter ñun suñ liggéey bi pour ñu mun koo am si suñ control room bi fii so loolu yëpp def nañ ko 1 week or mun naa wax 6 days before programme bi di start ba pare fu mu jaar nga am fooy def sa plateforme bi nga am pour hire equipment like stage pour ñoo teg ko fa loolu yëpp xam nga di nga am pour def ko si ground bi loolu yëpp yaa ngi koo def pour mun a def sa plateforme bi correct nit yi mun a kontaan so ñun def nañ suñ testing bi balaa OIC bi di start gis nañ ne technical team bi tamit I mean we were all there 1 week before. It's like ñëwaatuñ QTV sax si office bi. foofu lañ concentrate di def suñu liggéey bi. so da ngaa gis ne jàppale ñun ñëpp ñu jàppale ku nekk jàppale place am. I mean moo tax suñ production bi successful. ba pare tamit am nañ series of meeting ak GRTS moo xam ne ñoo jiite production bi because li national event la and GRTS tamit toog gis ne event bi dafa maaga na maaga boo xam ne they also need support.
ñoom rek duñ ko mën
I mean ñu bëri ngay wax ne ñi duñ support waaye ñu xam technical job bi ñun technicien yëpp d'accord nañ ne nii nañ support bi because am na RTS lum am ñun ñoo jiitu. ñun amuñ ko. ñoom amuñ ko. te OIC bi lu ma dee wala rek dekku ne rek dem teg caméra bu la nee nga film.
am na solo.
du loolu because dafa am standard boo war a joxe because lii du liggéey Gambia rek international la ñëpp nga war a supply pictures videos fu mu nekk nii OIC Gambia foo ko gis si àdduna si télévision boo ko gis rek ñun ñoo leen ko jox. loolu naka la mun a baaxee international bi dafa international media bi dañ am standard dafa war a nekk high definition HD standard so loolu pour am loolu yëpp. am nga nekkul. ñun am nañ HD. am nañ HD Obi-Wan ñoo yeneen télévision yi tamit am nañ HD Obi-Wan but it's not only the van it is also the quality of the camera.
Wow.
The lens and all those things yi nga war a live in loolu ñu gis ne support yi Sénégal bi am na solo
dëgg la
ba pare waa bi yëpp man lu ma ko waxee rek mooy OIC dañ later génn si media bi to be honest because dafa mel ni media bi seen nii réew ngaaro bi yëpp xuloo bi push and pull bi yëpp 1 month before OIC la man dama believe ne lii waroon naa nekk 1 year before OIC
pour ñu am a proper backup
waaw all the media will know what they need ak lan lañ soxla pour ñu am ko si lifin bi waaye soo toogee 1 month 1 month rek soo ko buggee order bagage sax
dafa métti
dëgg la at this point nañ
Bakary waaw comme Mr. Cole waxoon na fi importance of planning equipment sometimes daf dee mun a fail sometimes nga ñëw last minute affaire yi mun na mu jam faala waaye yow as koo xam ne daal yow manager nga njiit nga ban approach nga dee jël pour delegate responsibilities pour nga mun a am a successful production.
waaw Julde xam nga comme le Mr. Cole waxee balaa maa ñëw si sa question bi dafa am area yi mu laal yoo xamante ni area yi fu ma wax ci tuuti mooy technical background wax na support ISP ak transmission mooy fiber da ngay gis ne si bis bi sax dee bi Barrow doon jox closing remarks yi bu Barrow di doon wax da ngay gis ne dañu amoon problème tuuti boo xamante ni fiber bi dafa switch off but lu mu doon wax ni because of backup bi ñu create da ngay gis ne we automatically switch to ISP their system which is point to point so loolu daf ñoo jàppale trop su loolu weesoo comme li nga explain nii liggéey bi du man team la so team bi mooy production team ñëw si from office fii camera department technical programme editing xam nga news department everybody is in the picture da ngay gis ne Sunday lañu start liggéey bi ñun from our side ñu start set up on Monday kenn du bàyyi dara xam nga everybody is inside man direction bi ma joxe as head of technical mooy su ma ànd ak gars yi ma ne leen lii la ñu war a def as technician da ngay gis ne from the camera department everybody képp xamante ne fekkee nga daal yaa ngi da ngay ñëw taf nga ñëw bokk ci liggéey bi QT bi moo am rigueur bi nag dañoo am pas-pas daal
pas-pas pour liggéey
so da ngay gis ne waaw lépp loo xamante ni prépare nañ pour def rek kenn du toog ñëppay ñëw dugal seen loxo ñu ànd def ko at once suñu liggéey bi OIC nag alhamdulilah sant nañ yàlla trop because comme ni Keba waxee meeting yi bari nañ jàppal bàyyi bari na mun nañ ko def munuñu ko def alhamdulilah def nañ ko but jafe-jafe yiñ ci am mooy sometimes dañuy am lack of communication barrière bi so da ngay gis ne fi ñu war a amee information mu gën a gaaw duñ ko am foofu suñu war a def dara tey jii nii ñu war a am information day before tey dañuy ñëw ba some ministry programme o 1 hour to di programme ñu ne lii mooy xew lii ak lii ak lii loolu dafa nekk jafe-jafe communication Gambian loolu il faut ñu waxante dëgg
waaw non loolu mooy dëgg
fii la nekk
foog ñu communicate
understand da ngay gis ne production bi mu starté GRTS mooy National Broadcast Company ñoom ñoo war a def affaire bi summit bi but ñu gis que ne ñoom mënuñu koo def léegi ñu jógee fii dem Sénégal pour wutu ndimbal si loolu noonu am media yi fi nekk ñun private media si ñu gis que ne before GRTS dem Sénégal war nañoo mën a ñëw ñu consult private media si ñu wax ak ñun ñu xool lan la ñu mën a def joxante xalaat boole équipement si ñu mën a def affaire bi loolu moo nekkoon meeting yi bari Mr Cole di wax noonu so def nañ 1 meeting 2 3 ñu gis que ne mën nañ ko def ministre bi si boppam mu ne he want it to be Gambia ñu Gambianize ko
maanaam dañ war a óolu suñ boppa tamit
waaw pour ñu mën ko def te we have the capacity am nañ capacity pour def ko especially QTV ñun manqué wuñu dara lépp lu ñu bëgg a def danañ ko def xanaa ñu bëgg ko bañ a def mais lépp loo xamante ne ñun jël nañ suñ tànk rek ñu ne lii dinañ ko def danañ xool buntu left and right xool what is the possibilities pour ñu mun koo def mu nekk waaw mu successful so da ngay gis ne ci loolu ñu meeting bi ñu wax ne ok léegi nañ ko def nationally as backup plan noonu la demee backup plan ñu change ko ñu def ko plan number 8 mooy Gambia ñu def ko but ci loolu ñu waxtaan man ma raise ay question as a technician bëgguma failure di Mr Cole di wax ñu am ko GRTS mooy lead ñun ñu support ma raise ay question yoo xamante ni communication naka lañ ko mën a amee professional communication system ñoom ñu am seen management meeting ñu gis que ne the questions I raise ñoom amuñu équipement yooyu understand and dafa late pour ñun ñëpp ñu daw Europe comme jënd matériel import mu ñëw so si lañ delloowaat RTS ñu ne leen ok ñun lii mooy suñ problème bi ngeen ñëw jàppale ñu bi gars yi ñëwee man since that day one man ne leen RTS mu ñëw baax na because am na lu ñu manqué ñun QTV mun nañ ko am su fekkee ne mun nañ ko am because su fekkee ne dañ ko teel a yéeg because suñ boos moom pour jënd nekkul problème ci moom lépp loo xamante dafay yóbbu Gambia ci kanam kenn du ko ci jiitu
daf ko
understand so loolu lañ def RTS ñëw first day bi ñu am ak ñoom meeting ay ndaw lañ QTV understand but bi man maa nekkoon ci team bi ñu waxtaan but ci meeting bi ñoom RTS si boppam xam nañ ne dañ ñooy jiitu si field bi
waaw waay
but experience pour def liggéey quality bi ma waxee ñoom xam nañ ne QTV am nañ dara
non Bakary loolu moom dinaa si yokka ndaxte Gambia fii télé yi bëri na waaye da ngaa dégg nit ñi dañ ma dee wax ne si yoon bi sax soo seetaanee QTV nga seet QTV da ngaa xam ne image yuñ dee joxe dafa quality ba pare nuñ dee doxalee seen mbir da ngaa xam ne definitely this is not a TV like any other TV.
comme gars yi luñ ko waxee rek comme planning bi is very important in everything. At this point, Mr. Cole, what was the one thing, because Lee is a learning curve for all of us, you know, sometimes you wish nga adjust for lay, nga def minor, subtraction and all of that, but you as a manager, nga neka head a very important department, QTV, what was the one thing that you wish that you had done differently?
I think what I would say is that I wish the information came to us early. If we had known what OIC wanted before 1 year ago, then we can all try to get the proper device, equipment to facilitate the work so that we may not need the Senegalese TV into the country. That is one. Number two is information. He mentioned, Bakary mentioned something about information. And the whole OIC thing, you know, when I think it is because this is the first time to host this kind of
event, which is
event.
the second
And
largest
in
gathering.
all our heads, it's like sometimes when we meet, they will tell you that security will not like this, security will not do this, protocol will not like this. I think what I will tell the Gambians is that, look, the security are doing their work to secure the place. Protocol is doing their work to make sure that people do get what they want. The media is as important as they are.
Absolutely.
Because all what they are doing in that hall, it is us that is portraying it outside. So they cannot just be telling us, they cannot sit down and do meetings and they don't factor us, where do we need to stand? Because if you look at the hall, they don't want movement, they don't want, and they don't allow you to access some places that we want to stand to get a proper pictures. So these are problems that we always have in this country. Security thinks that they are more important than us. And there are times that I will say to myself, why did you call me to come and cover a program when you would not allow me to take a better picture of the whole issue? So these are things that I believe government should look into. Let the security protocol and the media, we are partners. Allow us to tell you where we want to stand and do our job, so that if you said I cannot move, allow me to stand at a proper place. Because if I don't stand in a proper place, I don't have a good picture, I'll move. Because I'm doing my job to give a better picture. So if you want to restrict me, allow me to be where I think I can have a good thing. But if you don't allow me, to be honest, there will be wahala, because I'll move and then you will come and tell me that
exactly, push and pull.
Don't
So finally,
and it is always wrong. And another thing is that during the whole program, I think it is successful on our part. We have hitches at the beginning. If you look at the opening, we have Arab. Those who listen, you hear Arab language in our program. And when I hear it, I rush to the RTS guys and ask them, where's the English channel? Because I'm not interested in Arabic. I'm interested in the English channel. And then they said what they told me was that there was nobody in the booth. But what they don't know is that there are two conference halls. The booth they went to, there was nobody, because that booth is for the big hall. And these people were doing the meeting in a smaller hall. So there is a booth in the small hall, but they don't know. So it is, the time I went there, and we spoke to them, I think I went there with Bakari, then we went to, I told them, I took them to the booth. And then when they see it, they said yes. But at that time, it is late for us to run our cables and everything. So we said, okay, this has passed, but please, before the next event.
That's why the following day was adjusted.
Yeah, but before the next event, as soon as they close, we adjust everything.
True.
Finally,
time bi jeex na.
Time mun ta jeex noonu foo ñu wax lu ñu liggéey foo ñu wax ko.
ñi ñoo moom télé bi de.
waaw lu ñu liggéey moom foo ñu wax ko.
ñi ñoo moom télé bi soo leen ne time bi du jeex. time bi du jeex
mun ta jeex li ñuy liggéey li ñuy liggéey Gambia ñëpp
foo ñu dégg ko.
waaw Gambia ñëpp foo ñu dégg ñu.
because boo demee
social media
kaay maam see kaay dama la bugg a gis kaay.
boo demee social media yaa ngi dégg everybody yaa ngi gis texte yi message comments yi xam nga am na foo xamante ni sax ñun audio bi dafa dem from RTS am na ku bind mu ne QTV audio am keneen ku ko reply ñun balaa ñuy wax sax mu ne ko don't worry they will fix it. so loolu dafay wane ne people are following us. reliability da ngay gis ne li Mr. Cole di wax ne ñun suñ fi neewul woon lambaay ñaaw QTV suñ fi neewul woon affaire bi dafay jaxasoo RTS ñooñu comme ni ma ko waxee woon ñooñu jiitu ci kër gi mais experience communication technically explain man dama leen doon joxe reality nekkul ay théorie practical laa leen doon jox da ngay gis ne kii bi Mr. Cole doon wax noonu translation bi man dama mujjee dindi sama benn device ci obi van bi may jox leen ko pour ñu mun ko fix pour ñu am 4 channel translation da ngay gis ne den first programme bi am on the second bi ñu defoon si other conference hall tamit foofu tamit nobody has possibility pour send signal pour mu ñëw si production side
device bi maa ngi taxawoon.
Wow. So we have to send our device to the other side of the conference hall pour ñu mën a send signal through QTV suñu obi van bi man ma bypass ko send ko RTS pour ñu mën ko distribute worldwide. Da ngay gis ne tamit airport bi tamit bu ñu fee nekkoon pour arrival si GRTS moo fa nekkoon but ñun as QTV ñu gis ke ne li ñuy jox baax na but dafa am loo xamante ne ñun suñu liggéey QTV lu ñu soxla mënuñu koo am.
waaw
caméra opérateur sax ñoo joxe idea bi ñenn ñi ñene ma Bakary boy fooguloo ñu yónnee ñaari live yu man leen déedéet ñu mënuñoo yónnee ñaari live yu foofu GRTS de but bu ñu gisee ni mun ta wax ñu commencé mere ñun suñu bopp nu war nañ mun a am lu gën a baax lii
waaw ndeysaan
taf ñu arrange moto Cheikh Tidiane dem foofu
waaw
jox ñu loo xamante ni ñëpp loolu lañ den ba di use
dëgg la
xam nga so da ngay gis ne QTV alhamdulillah
macha allah
suñu boss suñu CEO comme li nit ñi di wax rek Bakary sa liste bi dafa gudd.
liste bi waaw
liste bi am na solo si OIC.
waaw liste bi baax na de.
am na lu bari loo xamante ni suñ ko amul woon duñu mën a def lu ñu def ni OIC.
ndeysaan.
te ba tey jii nii liste bi maa ngi ko bindi de pareegul de.
si yow Bakary mu ngi indi liste bi de.
liste bi
Bakary mu ngi indi liste bi.
sant naa everybody.
waaw
xuloo bi mënut a ñàkk si liggéey bi
foog ñu xuloo ñu jubóo.
man nag bëgg naa nit ñi nag ñu mun a gan comme lu may wax all the time nit ñi understand. man si liggéey bi commencé aw ma xarit.
waaw loolu gis naa ko.
xam nga léegi ma xuloo Kébakol ma yuuxu ko. te sama boss la sama kilifa la. bon liggéey bi moo demee noonu. man su liggéey bi starté I don't see CEO mu ngi fii or not. wata li may gis mooy que ne dafa am tax biñ ma jox. boobu noonu il faut ma fulfill ko.
dëgg la
loolu laay def all the time te alhamdulillah.
dëgg la
ci loolu la ñuy.
dëgg la Bakary kontaan nañ Mr Cole time bi jeex na dinañu dog on air.
léegi time bi mu jeex de time bi mu jeex de
gis nga moo nekk lii mooy problème indi technical department ñoom dañ dee bëgg a wax seen technical terms
am na lu des loo xam ne
doo leen ko jeexal.
déedéet foo ma wax lii foo ma sant sama gars yi sama département du ma wax ñëpp sama département ñi fa nekk déggal nañ ma am na ñi ma fa mag am na ñoo xamante ni maa leen mag
ndeysaan
but boo ñu xoolee ñun suñ team bi we are one amul kii moo nekk fi kii moo nekk bo amuñ koo xamante ni dañ ko catégorise sax ñu ne yow audio sound ñëppay jàng xam nga ñëppay jàng benn affaire te da ngay gis ne si liggéey bi nii amul kenn koo xamante dafay naan man time bi dafa jot damay waay déedéet nit ñi dañuy sacrifice di def liggéey maa ngi ñaan management tamit ñu xool suñ département
waaw
dañ néew nañ doole
waaw
dañoo manqué staff nañu jàppale ñu am moo staffs pour ñu mën a def loo xamante ni loolu la ñuy séntu te mënuñu koo def ñu mun faa def
so finally rek yow tamit xam naa ne am nga kaddu pour sa
I will thank everybody at QTV starting from the news department the presenters production department my camera department my technical crew. I mean, I thank everybody for the job that we have done. Everybody, so many people are saluting us because we did a good job. So this is what we are known. We are few QTV crew. We are very few, but we are very good in what we do. And I want to tell my staff that let us continue to do the good work. I mean, who knows? Maybe soon we'll be on satellite. We have satellite OB-van and all those things. But I salute everybody.
Inshallah. Thank you very much.
Il faut ñu sant Mr Tunkara bu baax a baax a baax Mr Tunkara ñu ngi laa sant di la gërëm.
Tunks.
coordination
politician.
xam nga déedéet. Mr Tunkara lépp loo xam ne
I don't trust politicians nag.
non xam nga OIC bi mu starté ba léegi Tunkara si meeting yi GRTS yëpp Tunkara moo ci nekk di ci topp pour ñu def lii national. xam nga so il faut ñu wax ko OIC tamit communication bu fe nekk lii la ñu war a def programme bi tey lii la time bi lay start everything he is on top of all the things.
Thank you
pour ñu mun a gis ne affaire bi succeed. Tunkara ñu ngi laa sant di la gërëm.
waaw man tam ma sant suma département bi caméra département. foofu suma département la. ñoom maam see. thank you very much ñu ngi leen a jaajëfal. we'll be back here tomorrow inshallah Mr Ka moom joxuñ ko pour mu dugg OIC joxuñ ko accréditation waaye ñu ngi laa sant bu baax a baax Mr Ka waaw ñu ngi ko sant jërë ngeen jëf thank you